Hello fellow survivors and welcome back to Prologue. A little bit different video this time about this game. We're just gonna pretty much just look at the starting area of where you spawn and how you can survive in the immediate area. So if you haven't seen this before, this is Prologue. It is the survival game made by PlayerUnknown Productions, same guy who made PUBG, and it's still in development but it recently came out of early access. What you're seeing though is, however, not the early access version. This is the Pathfinder's build, which I have access to. It's a playtesting build, and the developers are very kindly willing to actually let playtesters share footage publicly from the playtest, which is very nice, as long as I make it clear that it is a playtesting build, which this is. So if you own the game and it looks a little bit different, that's why. But this is the starting cabin, and this is a normal mode. This is the find the weather tower sort of thing mode, where you go and find a weather tower, which I think is actually the weather tower over there. It looks like it is to me. It really? I mean, it's right there. It can't be right, but we'll see about that. But anyway, it's procedurally generated, so I'm in world number, what is this, 373 million. There's about 2.5 billion worlds that can spawn, because it's procedurally generated using all sorts of machine learning algorithms and all sorts of stuff. It's a whole technological thing to make these maps. And over here is the map we're in. And we're going to find a weather tower, which is not listed on the map. Although you can, if you like, turn on a feature that shows you where the weather tower is on the map. Generally speaking, though, it's on the opposite side of the map. Now there's also a compass, which is here, which you can pick up, and this will show you the direction. Now the game doesn't actually tell you, look, there's a tower there too. So that what I'm seeing is not the weather tower, it's just another tower, like a radio tower or something. That makes a lot more sense. So we were on the southwestern area, so the tower is northeast, so it's kind of like this direction here. In fact, look at the distance there, far in the distance. Kind of make out that a tower all the way, like kind of like inside the circle there. You see that? That might be the weather tower. Although some people have said that this always points to the weather tower. I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe it does. It would make kind of sense, I suppose. That's true. I'm not sure. But we're not going to do a whole run in this video, because that takes too long, although it's perfectly possible to make a video about it. But I'm just going to explore the starting area a little bit more, because usually what I do is just kind of get going. But there's a lot to this game. It's constantly being developed. They listen to developer feedback all the time too. In an earlier playthrough that I did, I complained that you couldn't light the furniture on fire, but now you can. And there's a lot of intricacies in the game, and I'm just going to explore a little bit slower today. Not worry too much about going out and about. I'm just going to have a look around in the starter cabin. And before we do though, again, what really sells this game for me is the terrain generator. Like the procedurally generated map is just fantastic, and it's only going to get better. The reason they do this is not so much that by itself they want to create this amazing survival game, but it's a kind of tech demo. They want to, in the long run, be able to build basically procedurally generated planets that can have like 1 million players on it. There's, like, you see the radio tower thing right there. There's just there's some sort of radio tower, not the actual weather tower. But yeah, and you get all these different biomes as well, and there'll be other biomes coming as well. So the terrain is really good, and there is stuff to find on the ground if you look close. Up here it's kind of barren, so up here there won't be that much. Maybe there'll be some sticks and that. But in certain parts of the world there'll be other things you can pick up, like say mushrooms, the carrots, that sort of thing. So if you look on the map, you see those orange areas? That's grassland. You can find things like carrots and that sort of stuff there. Water, the rivers, you can refill your water bottle in there. I find mushrooms in foresty areas, that sort of stuff. I mean, you seem to be in like a stone area, so I don't think there's much to it here. But anyway, I'm mostly here to explore the cabin. Can I parkour up here? Oh, I can. Now, can I get to the rooftop? Oh, yeah, I can. I think that is the weather tower right there. Yeah, it is. You see how it's blinking? Actually, it's a really faint red light. So that is probably the weather tower all the way on the other side. Right there in the middle now. And it's a nice place to be honest, this game. There isn't much to it though, and some people that have seen my previous videos have said like, well, what do you do? And it's just, you know, there's nothing to it really. Well, that's kind of the point. I mean, it is what you make of it. It's a bit like in The Long Dark, you don't have to do anything, you just do what you want. But in any case, what I'm looking at here is, I just want to have a look at the start of the cabin a bit more. Whoops. And see how you can kind of interact with it, what there is to do. When I played it in an early build, eventually a storm would hit, and the windows would all break, and the roof would just go flying, which is very cool. I kind of want to see if that happens again. Now let's look around here a little bit. Oh, I'm wet. See that? It's dripping around me because it's been raining. If I now look at my inventory, you'll see that this is wet, damp backpack, damp sweater, and everything else. And I think this should go down by itself a little bit, but we might have to light a fire to make it better. And at the top right, you can see the temperature. That is actually a lot of people confuse this. That's the body temperature, not the environment temperature. And if you get too hot or too cold, it impacts like your hunger and water and that sort of thing. So we're going to take this jacket here, and that is dry. And they don't seem to get drier, the sweaters. I guess you might need to warm up with fire. You could also go here, of course. So if you turn on this hob, see. So I'm just going to explore some mechanics here. 38.7. Okay. What happens if I now place this like here or something? Okay. Does that warm up there? Can you warm up with just a hob? So the reason the hob works is because we have fuses here. Well, the fuses are on, the electricity is on. And there is a generator here as well. Now, as of this playthrough, I don't know if it will run out of fuel. Maybe it does. But you can turn it off as well. There's a lot of buttons and stuff here. We'll see what happens with the fuel. There's a hammer as well. Look at this hammer. It's still a little bit buggy. Like, you're supposed to click 5 to holster, but it still doesn't work for me half the time. Go back inside. Okay, let's have a look over here. Has this changed? Inspect. No. It's the same wetness, so you can't warm it up next to the hob, apparently. Okay, here's a feature that I would love to see that a lot of other games have, right? If I want to move this object, I have to take it under my arm, clicking F. Now I'm kind of carrying it under my arm. You can even see it in the shadow. I got to click R to place it back down. Okay, a lot of games just have that I would now click R or right click or something, and then you just move it around. You don't have to actually interact with it or pick it up. You just move it in the world. So that's a feature that I think should be added. The Long Dark has that feature, and it makes it so much easier. Instead of doing, well, effectively this. Now, here's a question. What if you put it on top of this? Will it will it burn? Will it dry? Doesn't seem like it's drying. So we're just exploring some mechanics here. No, it's kind of doing, nothing's happening. Okay, here's another question though. If I light a fire, let's move this again. But I'm just doing exploration here of mechanics. So I'm a playtester, so I have access to what people have said. So I have probably a bit more information about the game than the average player. But I don't, read these things biblically. And there's still a lot for me to explore. So what happens if I make a fire on top of the hub then? So if I open this and I grab some of these sticks, let's take 3 sticks. 1, 2. This always happens that you take the bucket. It's annoying. 3 sticks, say. Let's put these here. Now we got a little fire going on the hob. Not unsafe at all. Is this warming up? Yes, it is. That works. Putting it next to the fire warms this up. Okay. What if I put it on top of the fire? Does it burn? It doesn't look like it burns now, so you can't burn your clothes. Good to know, I guess. I guess these also drying up, right? Yeah, it's all drying. So putting them next to the fire isn't really necessary. In the game The Long Dark, if you haven't played it, the way it works is that if you are warm, if your clothes are wet or frozen, and as long as you're in a warm environment, especially if you have fire, you will your clothes will dry. But if you take them off and put them next to a fire, they dry faster. You know, I'm giving away all the secrets there. Okay. Let's put this back on. Is it back on now? Yeah. Let's damp now instead. Okay. Then we have, so that's good to know. Then we have a bunch of these utensils and stuff. We have a bunch of stuff around. One thing that's interesting is this water bottle. If you take that, I can actually drink it like this, really. Let's drink it. Glug, 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 glug. Did I finish drinking it? No, it's empty, right? So here. This is not empty. 0 liters out of 0.5, right? If you go out in the rain, that's a pro tip for you. Make this stuff off so you don't get them all wet. Okay. It should fill up. Now you should be able to put this in the rain and it will fill up. But in the last version I played, maybe they fixed it now. This would actually fill up by just walking around in the rain, which they seem to have fixed. Good, because in the previous version, if you just had this on you, it would fill up, which it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Holding it does fill it up. Well, that's interesting. What if I place it? Let's place it right here. Yeah, now it's filling up as well. It's really fast. In reality, no water bottle will fill up this fast. But that doesn't matter. That's not the point. Okay, so that's an interesting feature. It doesn't work for this pot, I believe. It's only like water items. So if I take this pot and I place that here, that does not fill up with anything. As you can see, that does not work. Put this back. Cool. Okay, so how's this doing? It's full. Okay, so that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's take this stuff back. This is the long dark waterfall trick I just did there. Okay, so now I got a full water bottle. Okay, let's have a look at some food. So you can do cooking in this game. Let's turn off this thing. Yeah. Let's also have a look outside. Has the fuel changed? It has changed. Oh god. It's such a sliding thing. It has changed. The fuel is going down. So eventually you will run out of fuel. That's interesting. Good to know. Let's open this. So we got these cans. And if I put them in the cooking pot, I change to this. You can see the calories are going up because I'm cooking it. And it actually goes up till the water is being used. So the water is being used to cook this, basically. And you can see it's being cooked. One thing is I gotta make sure I had to not click on the beans. I gotta click on the actual pot thing here. It's shrinking in size too, which is nice. Our calories are going down now, see? Now it's going down, the calories. You know why? Because they're getting burnt. But let's let it happen. getting burnt. And we're gone. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh yeah, there we are. So I got beans. They give 0 of everything. How's that look? So this is the actual result, is it? These are burnt beans then, I guess, right? Is that what that is? That what that is? And if I eat it, I guess nothing happens. Yeah. Okay. Well. So there's a, oops. So there's a trick to this. Then you got to balance it out. And you can put this in there. If I put this water bottle in, does the water bottle get destroyed, or is it just the water? How come this isn't cooking, by the way? Did I not place the pot properly? Is that the problem here? And now it's cooking. What happens if I put the water bottle in here? It got destroyed, didn't it? It did, but it did add water to the recipe. It's nice. But the bottle itself got destroyed. Calories. Let's put some more stuff in there. What happens if I put this in? Oh, it's already going down. Down there too then. Oh, it's still going down. Okay, this interaction is a bit weird. Let's take this out. Now I don't have my water bottle anymore. Okay, that's a bit weird. Would be nice if my water bottle didn't get destroyed. I just kind of poured it in, you know. Another detail. What about this? Well, right now it's not raining, but it is raining. Now, what if I place this mug out here? I assume that does not, you know, fill up with water, but it would be nice if it did, right? But I don't think it does. Oh, let's close the door. There is this engine thing that basically checks your interior temperature. Is there something missing something here? Alright, so we just eat this crap. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna put the, can I put the crisps in? What happens if I put the crisps in? Oh wow, you can cook the crisps. That's amazing. You just gotta wait for it to not burn. So when the numbers start going down or slowing down, then it's cooked, right? And it's slowing down now. There it's done. So I cooked some crisps now. That's amazing. Alright, let's do this again. Put this in there. It's also cooking. Can I tell that it's cooking? Not really. There's makeshift stuff in there. And again, yeah, it looks like you gotta just wait until this slows down. Okay, and it's capped now, and then it's gonna water shrinks, and then eventually calories go down because it's getting burned, right? So there we go. Okay. See? Alright, so we figured that stuff out. There's a sweet spot for how long these things cook. You get the calories up. Okay, fine. Any more food around here? Let's grab this lantern that's over here. Storm lantern. I can't really see in the dark. Let's actually turn the electricity off for a second. Oh, I hate this sliding mechanic. There's actually a toggle whether you walk or run, I think. Alright, let's turn this off. Save some electricity. And we can look around instead. Now the storm lantern, I think, has infinite lamp oil, like fuel. That probably will change in time, but let's look around. I think the starter cabins are always the same. So I'm going to look around here, but I think that never changes. What's that there? Seems to be a hidden area here that's not used. Nice dreaming things. Yeah, look. This corner here. That's nothing, isn't it? So that's an unutilized space. Wouldn't that be like, in most kitchens that's like a corner thing? You know. So these would be see-through, if that makes sense. There's nothing here. Then we got empty drawers. Messing with the item interactions a little bit. I like that you can take things like this post-it note if you want. You can pick those up like this. place that down here. Like that. Alright. Got the fridge, freezer, nothing in there. Then we got some books. And you can burn all these books, I think. I can't read what books those are, but drawers. All empty, but if you go to other cabins, they won't be empty. Krieg. I appreciate the quick looting mechanic here, but this is all empty. They're always empty. But then we do have this radio here. Let's see. Let's put... One thing that I kind of dislike, by the way, is if I now... Wait. Let's place this, like, I don't know, here or something. Let's see if I can get like this. So look, if you have the compass equipped in your quick slot, like here, number 2, right? It actually attaches to the map, which is great. So you can actually see which direction you're facing. The north is that way, well, that way. And of course, yeah. So that's a nice little feature. I really dislike that you have to use one of your 4 hotbars for that. It would be nice if you can just have it in your inventory, rather than spending one of your dots for that. So you kind of, like you almost would never use the compass, because the compass is now attached to this thing. See what I mean? So you're using 2 slots, but only one is actively used, if that makes sense. Which I think is a bit weird. Then we have the radio, which we can turn it on here. You can change the frequency, music. Neat stuff. Let's see, and then it was so I already forgot the controls for this thing. How do you change the R? No. What did I just do? I picked something up. Changing mouse wheel axis and RB and okay, so that's volume. What? No, they do the same thing. I'm confused. See if I see the control says that frequency is mouse wheel axis. So you know, the mouse wheel. Wait, is it this? No. I'm confused. Okay, that's the volume, I think. Yeah, I see, okay. Okay, so there's actually if you're doing a content, you can actually go in settings and in sound, and there should be a streamer mode. Yes. Which I believe turns off the music completely. And you're only really looking for like the weather forecast now. I never really got that to work, but there should be a weather forecast. Well, we can put this, like, I don't know, here. See if it catches wind or anything. Alright. So, there's no bed in here, but you can't sleep anyway. That's not a feature that's added, at least not for now. Okay, there isn't anything in any of this stuff, I don't think. Then you have matches that you do need to start fires. So that's good. Fire starting kit's even better, but what are you going to do? Then you have your flashlight. It's like one of those pumped flashlights. So you have it here. You gotta do like that, and to recharge you gotta hold it, so you're kind of like winding it up. You see it's got a little pump underneath, so you gotta pump it up. Pump it up. It's okay. And then you have the Walkman. And are there any discs here? Gosh. Funky. The book. Basically tells where you can eat. So you can eat these ones. But not these ones. There's carrots you can find. Lots of stuff you can find. Food poisoning passes by itself. Okay, and then you got tinned over here. I've kind of done everything now. I think. Yeah, inspect. Very cool. Let's turn this off. Dawn is coming. Let's take this. Let's turn this off. Wait, sorry. Music player. Is one thing. Oh, this is so clunky. I really don't like the inventory, sorry. Alright. What about this thing? I don't have a tape. You need to find tapes. So you can actually find tapes you can put in here. And you can listen to music, which is neat, I suppose. Getting kind of low on my water and food here. Let's eat something. I guess that one. But of course, I don't have my water bottle anymore because it got consumed. Oh dear. Okay, so I think if I was playing around with this, I probably wouldn't use this thing. This is another feature. Also, the ground feature doesn't show items in the vicinity, but that's planned to be the case. I'm going to put this here. I don't think I'm going to be using the radio either. Put the radio back. And we'll put this here. And unfortunately, the compass has to go here. Now, the hammer is an interesting one. Can't like fight with it or anything. I mean, I guess you could, but you can board up windows. So we can go out here. We can pick up some planks. And we can board up windows so that we don't get cold. You can do it from outside or inside. And for example, like this. It's a little bit flimsy. You get the idea. Yeah, it's the nails just come with. There you go. You need to do 2 clicks. Now you don't have enough boards to actually board up the entire cabin. But you got some. As you can see also, I think one kind of in the wrong side. I think that's it. There we are. Kind of. I kind of like that they're inconsistent in size. So now this is more protected. It's warmer inside, effectively, is what that does. And then we got some firewood here too. Let's just drop this in here. I thought we'd do something fun though. We could make a little path where we try and light this stuff on fire. Let's make a little fire. So there's a fire there already, but let's see if we can make a little trail of stuff. Set fire to the cabin, so to speak. So put that there, put this here, put a little trailer. I don't think you can pick anything up when it's on fire. Oh, the plank is slowly sliding away. What else is flammable? I guess we got some more books here. Shouldn't burn books, by the way, but this is for science. The flank is really not liking this. It's being pushed somewhere where it's not supposed to be. It's like, what are you doing with me? I don't want to be here. I'm having too much fun doing this. Okay, let's also grab some more of these sticks. A couple of them anyway. All these logs. And let's put some logs like, I don't know. Here. Here. Oh, it's a bit wet. And it's sliding down too. It's just, the physics is getting all messed up. it's weird. It's funny though. The plank doesn't really know what to do. I don't think anything knows what it's doing. Okay, can we light this stuff on fire? Let's see. Let's try. Light all these things on fire. Does that work? I don't know. Figure it out as we go along. So let's see if we can set this chair on fire. Let's see if it spreads. Let's just try this. Yeah. Okay, what happens? Burn. Is it spreading? Kind of. It is spreading. Very nice. That's what we want. It's spreading to the plank, is the question. It is spreading. Let's see if it sets fire to the plank. Which it is. Very good. It sets fire to the chair. Give me some more books. It's not catching fire though. Oh, this is so bizarre. There were some more books I went there. It takes skill to set your own cabin on fire. I think it's because it's damp. It should be possible to light the furniture on fire, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Can I pick this up? No, now it says inspect, right? It doesn't allow me to actually pick it up. This did burn earlier, why is it not burning now? Yeah. Burn. Now it's now I can't figure it's burning now. But the chair is still unharmed. That is unacceptable. You can also burn these post-its. They should catch fire pretty quickly. Can these coasters burn? I guess not. The physics are really struggling here. The boards are wet, so they take a while to catch fire, but here they are, they're on fire now. Can I grab the rest of this? Should be possible to light this on fire, I'm pretty sure. So I complained about it before, and I think they did add a feature that you could put it on fire. It's just a bit of a shame you can't pick things up and like you know, say a stick that's on fire and move it. So you can move the fire around. That'd be nice, but you can't. Seems like you can't do that. Nice guy. We're just doing shenanigans in here, pretty much. Oh, more books. This is so stupid. Let's just pick up all this stuff also. Make a big fire in the living room. Why not? something like this. And we got some more sticks here. This is all for science. And let's grab some more wood. Put that, you know, on here and see if this catches fire now. This is very important stuff you're witnessing here. Very important. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure the furniture should be... It should be possible for it to catch fire. Or maybe it is working on it, but I'm pretty sure it should work. Maybe it's a work in progress. Well, what if I light this tin on fire? Burn the chair? Doesn't look like it will. Well, at least we got a bunch of charcoal. Someone walks in here, they're like, yeah, I think I'll be leaving then. This is, okay, and I can eat my, dehydrating calorie crisps. So this, cooking the crisps made them give me more calories, but I get dehydrated eating it. Let's see. Oh yeah, look, my calories going up. Ooh, but my water went down. I don't really have any water. I have no way of making water because I used my water bottle. So if I wanted to stay here, the only way to survive would be to go out and find a water bottle. You can't put water in the bucket or the cup or anything like that. That's something that should be added, I think, if we're going for this sort of realism. But other than that, I do appreciate the you have electricity. You can start a fire on the hob if you want to, which is nice. Like if I turn this hob on now, I think this will catch fire, right? Yeah. Very nice. You can interact with everything. Can't really do anything about it. I don't think you'll burn or anything. I think does it break? I guess it kind of breaks. That's nice. Plates? Can I take the plates? Well, neat little features. Simple things, please. Simple minds, right? And we're still burning up in here. We're nice and warm. But yeah, no way to get water, so I will just die here. Eventually. You're kind of forced to go somewhere else now. But, so it'd be nice if using the water bottle actually empties it rather than puts it in the cooking pot. Unless there was a button that I missed. You're kind of forced now to find another cabin. And on the map there's like few marked, but there's way more cabins than that. You just gotta look around. I can't really see anything. We're not gonna really do this anyway. There's also a button that you have to toggle sprinting. Rather than holding it to sprint. It's a clear day, so we can see really far, which is nice. I don't see any cabins though. But now if I want to survive, I can't do that staying put. Because there's no renewable food source anywhere, really. No. I believe that food respawns, like mushrooms and things, I think. 100% sure on that, but we'll do a outdoor mechanic things later. There's like sticks you can pick up, for example. There's some sticks, that's nice. In case I want to start another fire. Well, we're going to do outdoor inspection another time, I think. But yeah, you can find food around that you can eat. You can find sticks, you can find stones. I'm not sure, can you find stones? I'm not sure. But now because I don't have a water source, I'm kind of forced to find a new one. Or you can drink muddy water. But you get food poison doing it. So yeah. That means that your calories will go down until, yeah, it's basically you're dead. Hey. Let's just have a quick look at this tower here. think this is just like a single tower and that's it. So yeah, drinking the muddy water will give you some hydration, but also food poisoning. So maybe, you know, don't do that. Oh, look at that though. Give me full hydration. Just food poisoning, that's all. Maybe that was worth it after all. It gave me so much hydration. That's great. That's really great. Right, this is literally just a tower, right? But yeah, to survive from here, you're just gonna have to go find stuff. Because you can't renew things in the base. But yeah, that's basically it. That's it. For what you can do in starting cabin and the mechanics in the game. And now to go out in the world and explore. Yeah. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you want to get a copy of this game, you can go to my Discord, and there will be instructions in a giveaway channel that tells you how to get a copy of the game. I'm going to give away 5 copies of it, and then later I'll be giving away some more copies. So if you like this game and like to explore yourself, join my Discord and sign up for the giveaway. Okay. See you next time, survivors. Bye bye.